That is why she needed a butt double. This girl is 24, 25, 26 years old, and her butt looks like a 60-year-old woman's butt. That is just sad. Captain No Butt. And Captain Hanging Butt, Captain Flabby Butt, whatever you want to call it. This is why back in September of last year they were looking for a butt double. Hey everybody, it's Craig here, reviews for you. Alright, so, I don't know, conspiracy theory or not. I don't know, I'm going to let you decide. So, I've got an article up here by Cosmic Book News. And it says, Disney lying about Captain Marvel box office numbers. Says more controversy hit the net surrounding Captain Marvel as it is suggested that Disney may be faking the numbers and lying about the film's high box office, reported to be $153 million domestically, with $455.7 million globally. Users on social media have been posting screenshots of their local movie theaters where screenings for Captain Marvel are empty. I can also add that none of my local theaters had sold out shows, including the Thursday previews, with 3D screenings being particularly empty that I noticed. Jack Posabek, I don't know, can't even pronounce his name, who called for a Captain Marvel boycott, posted the following video on Twitter, which has received nearly 50,000 views, questioning what is going on here. So I'm going to run that video right now. And as you can see, there are tons and tons and tons of empty theaters all over the place. The video shows screenshots from Twitter users who wrote, "Here's my local theater on Friday night before 10:20 Captain Marvel showing. Wow." Of course, that's an empty theater. Another user posted, "The 3 Saturday evening showings for my local are almost empty. Identity politics marketing, Brie Larson, rumors of Captain Marvel being ham-fisted into Endgame over established characters. It's killed any buzz. I'm really not complaining, but 3 Star Wars movies and now Captain Marvel in empty cinema. This must be how Bob Iger lives life." Oh, advantages of not working on Friday. Almost empty cinemas for Captain Marvel. Hell yes. Parking lot for Captain Marvel, 90% empty today, just like it was Thursday at 7 theaters I checked when the media lied and said it did 20 million. Thank you. Next. Another fan tweeted, "While it's unknown if Disney is actually lying about the box office numbers, the Hollywood trade site Deadline did fib about the flick's initial numbers when it claimed Captain Marvel brought in over 160 million in an attempt to put down the trolls. The site also initially reported the Chinese box office numbers incorrectly, as they reported it to be the number 2 MCU movie in China, but it actually came in number 3, and now it is learned it is fading fast in China. Obviously, Deadline was spinning the numbers to make Captain Marvel look better than it is, to create hype in an attempt to get more people to see the movie, just like I said they were doing, while I reported the correct numbers. Prior to the film's release, also saw the movie review aggregate site Rotten Tomatoes, run by a former Disney exec, turn off users' ability to rate and comment on the movie. Rotten Tomatoes also restarted the audience score following Captain Marvel's release while it was at an all-time low. I do have some friends that run large movie theaters, so I'll see if I can find any info on the Captain Marvel sales and report back." That article was put up today, so maybe by tomorrow we'll get something on that. Disney CEO Bob Iger says, Captain Marvel is a film that they are very proud of. He's very proud of that. To say that Captain Marvel is another success for Marvel Studios would be an overstatement, as the film has already tripled its reported $150 million budget in its opening weekend. with news that Brie Larson's debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is set to make over $455 million worldwide. Of course, that's not what it says. It's set to make over 455 worldwide in its box office debut. So I'm assuming they meant 455 million. Disney chairman Bob Iger gushed over the film's performance and message, praising Captain Marvel on social media. His Twitter says, "The audience speaks," with a big question mark. The audience did speak. I mean, just look at Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, those are actual, real. Well, I mean, I didn't like it. I thought it was mediocre at best. I mean, I thought it was just an okay movie. I'm not the only one that thought it was just an okay movie. I'm not the only one that, thought that the story was crap. I'm not the only one that thought there were a ton of plot holes. I'm not the only one that thought it was, the fight scenes were muddied up. I'm not the only one that thought, how in the hell does she know him, first off? And then I'm not the only one that thought this is how Fury loses his damn eye to a freaking cat. Literally in 3 seconds and it's done. I'm not the only one that does this, all right? I'm not the only one that saw this. I'm not the only one that saw the movie that thinks like this. There are a lot of people like me. So he goes on to say, Captain Marvel's a film we're very proud of. Congratulations, Brie Larson, Sam Jackson, and Marvel Studios. Now it's on to Avengers. All right, so what he's talking about is he's talking about the A rating that CinemaScore gave him. Now, CinemaScore supposedly is at theaters on opening night, and as the people come out from watching the movie, they actually fill out a card and give it a rating, and those are tallied up, and that's how they come up with their score of A, B, C, all the way down to F. Now, I've went to tons and tons and tons of opening nights in different cities all around the country, and I have yet to ever see CinemaScore anywhere. But then again, I mean, just look at IMDb site. Look at Metacritic. Metacritic is what, a 6.4? Gave it a 6.4 out of 10. And Rotten Tomato score is 59%. So pretty damn close to each other right there. But yet it's an A rating. I saw the movie. You can't tell me that's an A-rated movie. Period. That is not an A-rated movie. I can make a better A-rated movie with a handheld camera and 2 puppets. So Iger pointed toward the film's CinemaScore grade, in which attending audiences gave it a solid A. This is, of course, in stark contrast to the Rotten Tomatoes grade, which was dogged by more than 50,000 reviews just hours after the film premiered. That's not true. It took a couple days to do that, and those were reviews from all around the world because it opened everywhere all at one time. Because if it had opened here, everybody found out how bad it is, and then nobody would have seen it overseas. Nobody would have seen it in Australia, where the flat earthers think Australia doesn't exist, because those are the type of people that actually would go watch this damn movie. Oh Lord. Okay. So it took weeks for Avengers Infinity War to achieve comparable numbers. This is just how some people like to spend their time. It's obvious there's an agenda to both denigrate and support Captain Marvel among certain factions on the internet. But the movie is a clear indicator that people being mad online does not equate to financial success. That obviously will not stop these communities from making YouTube videos and monetizing people's misinformed outrage. I'm not misinformed. I went and watched the damn movie. I gave it a review. I didn't like it. I gave it, like 2.5 stars. And which is a fair review. 2.25 would have been fair. I gave it 2.5 because it did have a couple of little funny moments in it. But, that doesn't negate the rest of the movie not making any damn sense at all. So, fans who were satisfied with Captain Marvel will get another opportunity to see her very soon. Yay! We're so excited about seeing Brie Larson in Endgame. I'm so excited. You see the excitement on my face? Sarcasm. Anyway, I wonder if her butt double is going to be there. Because That is why she needed a butt double. This girl is 24, 25, 26 years old, and her butt looks like a 60-year-old woman's butt. That is just sad. Captain No Butt. And Captain Hanging Butt, Captain Flabby Butt, whatever you want to call it. This is why back in September of last year they were looking for a butt double. It's definitely for Brie Larson. Oh my God. Girl's butt is just... I mean, just look, I'm sorry y'all had to see that. I'm sorry y'all had to see that. I should have put a disclaimer up before I even put that picture up. So I'll say it now. Disclaimer. It's not a nude. It's just a really honest picture. But, you know, we don't like honesty. So, but the character proved to be one of the most powerful in the MCU, and she could play a major role against Thanos in the new movie. Directors Joe and Anthony Russo spoke about how they didn't want to overpower Carol Danvers or any other character in Avengers Endgame because they don't want to undercut the tension in the story. They don't want to overpower her. My God, she has surpassed Rey as the biggest freaking Mary Sue of all time. All she has to do is fart and people die. I mean, it's that simple. Anybody that goes, or anybody that has seen the movie or heard anything about the movie, all she has to do is fart, and it's done. Lasers come out of her butt, and people just, that's it. Thanos doesn't stand a chance. All she's got to do is, like, eat some curry or, you know, Mexican food or Indian food or something else the night before she meets Thanos, and it's over. It's done. It's done, and it's coming out of that nasty butt, too. That's what I'm talking about. That 60-year-old woman butt right there, that's what it's doing. It's coming out of that butt. It's always a concern of ours about overpowering characters because the reason that people relate to these characters is their humanity and that they're flawed. Oh, this movie's flawed. I'll give it that. And the reason we love working so much with Captain Marvel was that he was limited and his heart was his superpower, you know? So we're all actually aware of the dangers of having an overly powerful character. Okay, well, if you were aware of that, then you wouldn't have created this little monstrosity right here who has the power to do everything and kill everyone without even thinking about it. I mean, literally. It's not that she's a woman. It's not that it's a feminist movie. It's the fact that the movie sucks. The movie's crap. It's boring. It's mediocre. You know, especially for a Marvel movie. You know, I mean, I would expect this from a B-rated film that Sci-Fi did on the Sci-Fi channel, but, I mean, this was just not a good movie, period. You know, this just really wasn't a good movie. And I definitely don't recommend anybody going to go see it. So we found a thoughtful way through it. I don't know how they found a thoughtful way through it, but according to the directors, she's not a Mary Sue and she's not overpowered and she's just human and has flaws. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, you heard it right straight from them. Anyway, let me know what you think about these two articles right here. Let me know what you think about Bob Iger. Just throwing everybody else to the side because we got to go with the A rating here because everybody else says it's crap. And then what do you think about Disney actually bumping the numbers up? I mean, who's to say they don't take 60 million, 70 million of their marketing budget, which is probably normally around the same as the production budget, 150 to 160 million, and buy their own tickets to bump up sales. Now, the real telling thing is going to be how sharp is it going to fall off after the opening weekend. That's the big telltale sign right there. So I'm really interested, and like the article already says, it's already fallen off in China steeply. So that lets you know something right there too. I'm Craig. Reviews for you. Like, subscribe, share. Remember to lick that like button down there. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber if you want some more content like this, or if you want some more content on any pop culture, any culture wars, anything that's going on, and especially Star Wars news, because I am all up in it. And remember, I am Craig316. My facts don't care about your feelings. We'll see y'all in the next video. I am out of here.